Hi there, Variable is back. I'm back here with some more Yomi. Here's round 3 of my set against Zqxx playing Argagarg. I'm playing Gloria, of course. Um, and also petting a cat, getting distracted. So last game I had some problems with this device right here that I'm circling. There was a disaster involving blowfish spikes when I was knocked down, and I wanted to king out of it instead of blocking. It was very unwise. Um, my starting hand this game is pretty unreasonably good. We have the Ace of Hearts, Ten of Hearts, Joker's okay, it's medium, and King is medium, and then some decent throws here. I mean, really good throw, decent throw, good block, good, decent attack. Um, so let's see how this develops. Turn 1, I probably just want to block with the 2. It's like block with the 2 or throw with the 8. It's one of those two. I feel like this is the game where it's like throw so often. Yeah, here's the first one. Throw with an 8. Get out of here, ace block, get out of here. No. So that's 6 damage, knockdown, then 10 damage with the overdose, me drawing 2 cards. And then I'm definitely going to get the ace back. Don't worry yourself. Even though it kind of makes no sense to do it right now. If I win again next turn, no. If I don't have the opportunity to overdose next turn, it's really not that useful that I did it this time. It's actually bad that I did it this time because I could have put up the sphere, but so yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to put up the sphere. Let's see if the opponent has a 10. Of course they do. We both have 10s of hearts. I find that interesting. And
Okay, so the opponent's
locked down here.
I could try. I think I do a
Fast. A nice slow 5 poke. I feel like that's what I do. But I feel like I outthink myself here, and I try to I already saw turn 1 ace, and I overplay around it by I play the 6. I play the 6 attack. If I just played the 5 attack, I think they block even. Yeah. So that just did not work out very well. Can't overdose. Have nothing to return, but don't have a healing sphere up, so it's not that enticing. But I do it anyway. Oh, I'm powering up. Okay, alright. I don't know why I'm doing that. Why am I doing that? That is just... I don't like that I did this. I don't think it comes back to hurt me too much, but that was... Why did I do that? Okay, so I have the potential for 18 damage off of something, but the only something I have is a 5 that can link into that. I could just play it raw, but I don't have that. Whatever. This is weird. That was a very strange way to go about it. So I drew a jack, which that's reasonable to do. I would actually like to throw with the 9 and then follow up with the jack and just return it. I mean, I could just throw with the 9 and not follow it up because I know they have an 8, and I could, if they throw with an 8, they just get me when I throw, but if they don't throw, if they block instead, if they try to block with it instead, then they could get mixed up by the 5. Hey. Cat breaks. Yeah, so throwing with the 9 is reasonable. Attacking with the 5 is reasonable. Okay, maybe not. Attacking with the Jack is reasonable. Blocking with 9 or throwing with 9, both are reasonable. Sorry. Oops. Having your Jack dodged is kind of sad. Into the 8 that I know about. Yeah. Yeah, no power-upping. I can't healing touch because I'm knocked down. That was like one of the only good moves I ever did. Oh my god, that's a bad move. That is a bad move. That feels like a win, but it's not. It doesn't count as one. I get my 3 back, my opponent loses theirs. Nope. Let's healing touch. Back to Jack. I'm kind of putting myself in a bad hand situation. Like, to do that again, well, now I drew a non-heart, so I'm a little safer in that respect. So, once again, now that I brought back the Jack, the reasonable thing for the opponent to do is block or dodge, so I should throw with the 9, but let's see what happens here. Or they could also Joker. I mean, that's something I didn't consider in the game, and I didn't even consider it this time, which is pathetic. But yes, they could Gold Burst it. That's another option. Thinking on simpler axes, just where it has to be met with a blocker dodge, but nope. Or a queen, but I really don't care. Like, that's... Queen does not bother me. Meow. 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 I actually won combat for once, so I'm going to overdose. And see what happens from there. So now I could reasonably power up these 2s, and then... Okay, no, that's foolish, never mind. I shouldn't do that. Because then I was going to say that I could get the 3rd ace to threaten Sun and Moon, but to do that, I would have to pitch my Joker. That's too important. Just healing touching is fine. Meow. Meow. If I find another 10, my opponent has another 10. I don't know if they had it or not before. I mean, again, I'd like, you could hold it and wait until you have like 2. I could power up for an ace at some point in the future. Like this turn, I should probably power up my queens to be able to reset, because I have like 2 on the bottom of my deck. So I want to not have 2 10s on the bottom of my deck. And my opponent only has 2 more 10s, and I have 4 10s. So that's just like... I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do this turn in terms of combat, though. Maybe attack with a Zqxx. Block with a 2. That's fine as well. It's like not as good, kind of. No, it's okay. Overdose with something. I have no other hearts in discard, so it has to be Ace of Hearts, basically. Well, I could power up for whatever. I somehow don't power up with all my queens. That kind of feels wrong to me. I probably should have powered up with all my queens and gotten 2 aces from deck and then healing touched back the fourth one. But yeah, obviously you get this one from deck. Like, not only because you want... that's the only thing I can get back, besides this queen, which I don't really want. The healing touch potential. And also because I want to replenish those 10s, get those 10s off the bottom of the deck. Give me a higher likelihood of drawing them. Get rid of a 2 and probably the queen at this point. I guess that's what I'm going to use it for. Yep. I wasn't really thinking about the healing touching when I was thinking about powering up with all the queens. Like, if I would have to use the 9 or something, or this ace, which I didn't want to do. Don't worry, that's not a big deal. What's happening? It's just... it's a cat playground. It's a cat playground. So yeah, I currently have the potential to just play this. And I don't play it. So would have just dealt 29 damage, putting the opponent at 20. I couldn't overdose after it because I have to use all my aces, but it would still be... I could power back up, or I could healing touch back my ace, and then... yeah. I'd have to get rid of the Joker to do that last part, but it still might have been worth it to do that, all those things. Instead I just got knocked down. The opponent didn't follow it up because they don't want me to be able to heal. And also being knocked down is really bad, in general. Or just at least bad. Meow. Hello. Come on. Meow. Freya. Yeah, this is Freya, by the way. Drew another 10. Let's see if this one gets countered. Nope. Yeah, I feel like this game goes in a bad direction. I thought this was the beauty game, but it just is not. Maybe I'm wrong. This is reasonable damage. Yeah, that's reasonable damage. You obviously follow that up because you, like, I'm in such a bad situation right now. At that point in the game, I like basically have to. Hey. I basically have to follow it up, even if as a Joker, it's just too bad for me. It would be the second Joker, though, so... yeah, we're not powering up here. We are gonna healing touch back that thing, though. Get rid of this... I'd get rid of a 7? I'm not sure exactly what I'm getting rid of. Hey. Getting rid of the 10 and the 3 is probably fine. Or King and the 3. King and 7. Getting back the Ace of Hearts. And drawing a King. and a 4 for turn, and then revealing that again. So what do we want to do here? What did I decide to do? Having 2 jokers is very reassuring from this in this particular situation. There have been a few times where I could have played the first one. Having 2 leads lets you play in such a way you can do things you could not do otherwise. You can try to gold burst, meaning play a joker as your combat option, get it dodged, still play a joker, and avoid the damage from that attack or throw. So it's pretty nice to have the 2 jokers. But yeah, I went through last turn. I probably just gonna block. I'm in favor of just attacking with the jack on the 2.2 speed side. Or blocking. I'm happy I didn't attack with the jack. That would have been really problematic if I did that. I'm trying to set up the 2-turn lethal, so I should overdose here. Now, like, it's still... I don't do this. I don't know why I don't do this. What was I thinking of? Oh, that was the problem. What, do I not heal here? So I have 2 jokers. I just, like, don't know how this game takes a little longer than... So I should heal, get back this ace, so I'm at 13. I play a joker. Like, that's just the play. I eventually get to this point, but I don't know why I didn't do it this turn. I discard whatever. I discard king and 4 and get back ace of hearts. That's what I'm gonna do. But, yeah, I'm at 13. Now the play, I draw something for healing sphere, I draw something for turn. Now the play, 100% of the time in this situation, you actually can't lose, is you play a joker in combat, then if it gets dodged, you play a joker. That checkmates the opponent, there's nothing they can do. If my joker would get blocked by a bubble shield, which I just saw, then I would be taking 4 damage at the end of turn instead of 2. Like, even the 2 would get me, but it doesn't happen until end of turn. This happens at end of combat, so I don't get tagged with the hex damage until end of turn. So I can I can overdose this turn and win. Now, for some reason, I don't make this play because this replay goes on for longer, and I try to heighten the tension of the game, play badly. So I block. So this is where it gets complicated. Because of blocking here, this is where it got complicated. So this was basically like an unlosable position. It's still unlosable if I actually do the right thing in the future. And I think I do it the next turn. But there's a little more steps because like there's conversing and junk. I'm hoping I just do it next turn. But the reason that I can't do it this turn now is because this deals 2 chip damage. And I don't get to heal until end of turn, so I'm gonna be at 9 when I could overdose and we would both take 10. And yeah. So that's not the outcome I want. Because I can just outright win this game if I do something reasonable. And then they're like, GG, I had no throws. Which, I don't know how you having no throws does anything. They're like, I mean, they can't stop my sphere or something. How many throws does Arg have anyway? A reasonable amount, 16. $10 in deck, apparently. So yeah, I could overdose now. The opponent thinks that it's over, but I take the damage first. If it was worded a different way, if it was worded like the opponent first, yeah, sure. Like I could overdose here and win, but nope. I would lose. Like I would lose first. It wouldn't just be like I don't know what actually would happen if it's like a draw or something. But instead of it being like a draw or whatever, I would just lose the game. So I'm not gonna overdose. I could have just played the Joker and won, but yeah. Now the opponent's confused because they're like, "Why didn't you overdose?" And they're also very foolish because they've been playing. This is the third game they played with me, and apparently, I don't know. We can't go back up there, but they're like, whatever. They're ranked higher than me as an Argagarg than I am as like a Gloria player, and they don't understand. They claim in what they're saying to not understand how Ace works with Gloria. No OD. Have it right here, fool. Yeah, so I correctly tell them how foolish they are. They somehow think I don't have one. No OD. Alright, they're like, I have a chance. You don't have a chance. Yeah, so they're just very foolish. I mean, what they did actually delayed me based on how I played it. They would have played last turn differently. I could have just won. Even if I dodge, I could have won. This is the 2-chip delayed me. And then they think that there was a way they could have won or done something meaningful. The opponent's just very foolish in this game. I'm foolish in most of the other games, but the opponent is very foolish in this game. I'm at 13, which means I don't die to overdose. That's all that matters right now. I relayed this important fact to my opponent. They seem to be okay with it. I don't know how they know that. It's not 100%. Like, if I don't have both Jokers, I have to have both Jokers for it to be 100%. Like, just like, after I say that dodge is a very good play from the opponent. After I reveal how 100% my victory is, I should probably just throw. But yeah. So that's one extremely foolish opponent and a beautiful win.